It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Bears, all that and more, coming up next.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last weekend, they pulled one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Receiving team.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles, Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. On the option left is Fields. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. First down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Jenkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Our first carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 11 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
He's really been someone special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This now a 3rd and 4. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And the delivered there is that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Out of the gun, Fields. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Holding offense.
Third and 8. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Fields on 1st down. down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Neil Farrell breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Third down and 17.
Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Jimmy G and the Raiders now readying for their next drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get it back at his own 3-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Gets it downfield to Mayer. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's caught by Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Garoppolo on 1st down. It's Myers again with another catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Garoppolo again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. Nice little juke. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Touchdown! Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Neil Farrell. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Mooney going to have a Bears first down as he'll get this up to the 45-yard line. Here's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Read option. Here's Herbert. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a second down and 9. Herbert now on the option. Powering forward. Powerful running. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Third and long. It's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. The Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Garoppolo looks to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Las Vegas.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5. At the Bears' 20-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was supposed to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Play action. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Carter for a Las Vegas touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Here's Fields.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
3rd and 2, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Draw play and give to Herbert. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard
Fields now to throw. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
They're not in any rush offensively. And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just shutting him off there. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Herbert. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. That's complete to Mooney. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now it's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Complete. This is Lewis. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just...
And the Raiders have got him. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. That is caught. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Again, Fields. And He's sacked back around the 28. John Jenkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Las Vegas, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.